Hey, what is going on, everybody? Tom from Tom's Randomness, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what, why, and how. So basically, I'm going to share with you what I collect, why I collect it, and how I obtain it. And in the comment section, if you could do the same, it would be greatly appreciated. As I've mentioned in other videos, if we get enough comments in the comment section, 10 or more, I will pick a random winner to win a 90% silver quarter. And so with that said, let's jump right into it. If you guys have been following the channel for a long time, you know I like precious metals, I like collectible coins, and there's really not a rhyme or reason to what I collect, but there are some things that I prefer over other things, and there's some things that I don't buy for whatever reason. But for the most part, if I can find a coin or precious metals of any kind for a good price, I will try to buy it. And there are so many ways out there to buy precious metals and collectible coins. You can go to vendor malls, yard sales, eBay, whatnot, heritage auctions, pawn shops. There's so many places you can go. And one of the things I would suggest, oh, and there's also the group that I just recently joined called Stacks and Bowers, who is doing a huge coin collection auction in, I think, September. They're starting it. Stacks and Bowers got the Brun collection, and I'm not going to over talk about it because I don't really have all the information, but basically a butter merchant from somewhere in Europe, I can't remember exactly where. I want to say it was in the Netherlands or Denmark or Norway or one of them areas. He was a butter merchant back in the 1800s, and when he died, he had amassed a collection that today is worth between 70 and 80 million dollars. And there's some of the best known examples of these types of coins. There are a lot of them I think are like thalers and stuff like that, thalers, thalers. But there are so many incredible coins. And if you haven't seen Ben the Coin Geek, he had an interview actually with Stacks and Bowers where he showed some of these incredible coins. Now, most of them are going to go for way out of my budget. Many of them will go for more than I make in a year. But I want to get a piece of that collection, which is the only reason I signed up. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. That's my goal. I want to get one piece of that collection because it's almost all certified and or is in the original collection holder, you know, however they were stored for 100 years. They were literally sent to the museum and stored for 100 years. Upon his death, that's what his wishes were in his will, that the whole collection would sit in storage for 100 years, and then after 100 years it would be taken and sold at auction, and his living descendants would get their inheritance. So imagine being those people that have to wait 100 years to get their inheritance. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that auction. I believe it's in September, but you can check it out on Stacks. I think EB Brun. I can't remember exactly, but Ben the Coin Geek did a great video on it. You should go check that out as well. But back to why or what we did well, we can't do the what, the why, and the how. So I did the how part, right? So the how I collect is those, all the above. So whatnot, eBay, my local coin store, I've got a great relationship with them. Other coin shops such as Portsmouth Coin Shop, Coin Help You, I do some business with them. eBay, all the above. I literally go to vendor malls and thrift stores, all the above. You guys have seen the video where I went and bought candlesticks and took it to my local coin store, and they were sterling, and I paid 30 and I got 45, and I turned them into coins that I collect. So what I collect, again, is really a broad variety of things. Pretty much if I like it, I buy it, if I can afford it, and it's a good price. So for the precious metals aspect, I got a few pieces here. These are basically my deep stack stuff that I really don't think I want to sell. but maybe I would. This is actually a collectible piece, but it's also gold, and was the hidden item in the thumbnail for the last video. This is a 1914 Denver 2.5 gold Indian. I'm going to try to focus just enough so you can get an idea what they look like, but I don't want to get the camera all fuzzy. I've been having those problems here lately. This is an AU example, and at my local coin store, the last time I saw them, they were selling them for around $400. This is a really expensive coin for many people, and for some people it's probably an affordable way to get into gold, but you can get, you know, bullion gold. Like this is going to be cheaper if it doesn't have any like numismatic value. However, I will say also fractional gold is obviously got the premium, and it's going to be pretty pricey. If you can go out and buy 1 ounce gold, you know, for $20 over, $10 over, something like that, it's a lot better deal than buying fractional gold that you pay probably $20, $30 over for. When you multiply that to equal an ounce, you're paying really like $100 or $200 over per ounce. And so you got to take that into consideration. Now, I really collect precious metals because I truly trust what I can hold. So in my hand here, I have some silver examples and another gold coin. But let's talk about these silver examples. I purchased these. You know, this one here is in, well, there it is. There's the 1914D gold 2.5. That's actually from the original flip, and you can see there what they had it valued at, $450, and they said it's uncirculated. I don't know how to grade those. If it's uncirculated, I'd be tickled. I don't know exactly, but anyway, so not to make this video so long that you guys will click off, here are 2 examples of some silver bullion. These are sovereign coins. Every one of these 3 is, and then I've got one here that is a bullion, just bullion. This is just a buffalo design 1 ounce silver round that I got from a good buddy of mine. That's why it's in my deep stack. Anytime I get a gift from any of you, it goes into Never Land. I don't know if that's the right thing to say there, but it goes and it stays. So I really appreciate things like that, and I cherish them, treasure them, and one day my kids will find them and hopefully not put them in a quarter machine. But here is a Noah's Ark. I love this coin. Hard to show off. There, you can see it there. That's good. Really cool coin. It's 500 drams from Armenia, and it has, again, the Noah's Ark on the back and the dove there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's 1 ounce of silver. They do carry a premium. I think the last place I saw them for was like 37 bucks. These are fractional silver, so they carry a little bit of a premium. As you can see there, 2 silvers, I think around $32. And I paid up for these just because I like what's on the back of them. This is the US-Canada Special Operations or Special Forces collaboration, and it is a 1/2 ounce of pure silver. Pretty cool coin. This next one is the War in the Pacific, and I really just like the design. This is actually US and Australia collaboration, and you have the eagle there, the flag of each of those 2 nations. So very cool coin. I used to have the War in the Pacific version of this in silver and gold, and those are my favorite example of these coins just because I think they have the ship on the back. But either way, that's just precious metals. That's my example for precious metals stacking. You know, precious metals stacking, you can accumulate stuff closer to melt and get good value, and if you hold on to it for time, we've watched the market really just kind of go crazy here in the last few years. I just think it's a safe bet. I don't see gold ever going back to, if you think back to when I started YouTube, I had a gold business, Tom's Gold Dirt, and I remember buying ounces of gold for $1,280, and I was buying 1/10 gold eagles for $138. 1/10 gold eagles for $138, and now if you go look one up, they're like $280. So that tells you kind of a sign. You know, if I still had all those, I could double my money on them almost. I trust what I can hold. If anything ever happens to me, I can liquidate some of this stuff. I'll have money for tough times or whatever the case may be. That's kind of the why I do this. The other why is that hopefully one day, if I'm ever able to retire, or if, you know, I'm able to accumulate enough of this, maybe it'll be my job. Maybe I'll start selling some of my stuff and not have to work until I'm 157. You know, and then lastly, you know, if something were to ever happen to me, I hope to accumulate enough of this stuff that my kids have a good start. You know, they'll be able to take this stuff and either collect it themselves and pass it on through the generations, or they can liquidate it and have a good start and some money to get going. So as for collectible coins, I really collect just about everything. Here's a really cool 1921 toner. 1921, that's the key date, or one of the key dates. I think the 28 Philly is the key date of the series, but this is one of the key dates. It's a high relief, and as you can see, this thing is toned. I actually think somebody dipped this once because it was toned, and then it just toned again. And it's unfortunate because I don't think it's as pretty as it would be if the toning was equally distributed, because I do think this is a higher grade, AU58 or MS, low MS. But it's just, you don't see them like this too often, especially peace dollars. This thing is just toned, and it's beautiful to me, but it may not be the beautiful type of toning you see on some of the other coins, you know, that it's just like grade over, so to speak. And one day it'll probably be dark all the way across. And I don't know what to do with this coin. I really want to send it in. I got it when I actually purchased quite a bit of coins, so I got a good deal on it. I think I'm around the $200 mark, and I know I could probably sell it for easily more than that, but it's just a cool coin, and it's one I've been considering getting certified for a long time. This is another coin that is actually quite valuable because it's a gem. Mint State 65. It's a common date to have gem grades in. The 81S, 82Ss, I think it's pretty common to get those higher grades in, but this one is just really nice, and I had to have it. I think I ended up getting this one for around 190, and that reverse really just made me have to buy it. Not stuff I can buy all the time, but some of these things, like I said, I've been patient and been able to accumulate. Some of this stuff is gifts I've gotten. I know some of these are gifts that I've gotten. I know somebody sent me some of these. I'm trying to find, there's my birth year. Somebody sent me that. And somebody, you know, several different people have sent me really awesome coins over the years, and I truly appreciate gifts, and they're just the awesomest thing in the world to get. In this box, I have something I've shared on the channel. This was a mission. This was my mission for 2024, and well, I think I started it in December of 2023. This is my NX US coin typeset that I put together. We've got the MS65 red 1955 1 cent and the NX soapbox holder, and I found out, and I'll get to that here in a minute. Here is, I probably overpaid for this one. This is a kind of, I'll say an ugly duckling, but I still love it. It's an MS65, but it doesn't have full bands, and the toning is, it's just, you know, it's not that beautiful rainbow toning, but, you know, I still love it, and I'm happy to have it. Then I've got this incredible war nickel. It's just a phenomenal example of a war nickel here. MS64, they've actually got it as a RPM on the holder, and I purchased this for $18. For an Unk war nickel, you can probably pick them up for, you know, 10 to 15 bucks, but that one being in the NX soapbox holder, I had to have it. Then we've got this Proof 66 1964 Washington quarter, and it's starting to tone. And the toning is just kind of there, but it's not a bad looking coin. I still love it. Ended up getting it for a good price, and it helped me to complete this set, so I am happy to have it. I'm sorry this is a longer video, but I really do hope you're active in the comment section and you don't click off. I was actually going to do this live, but you know, I decided against it. And so, was it the Washington quarter that was the one? Yeah. So actually, ironically and weird, I don't understand it, but this Washington quarter holder has the same everything except it's smaller. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little bit smaller, so I might have to get a different one to actually technically complete the set, but it's got the same label and the same everything else, which doesn't make any sense why it's a little bit smaller. Maybe you could tell me in the comment section down below, but I was kind of disappointed because every one of these is the same except that one. And then I've got this silver Proof 68 Cameo 2000 Kennedy $half. I love that coin. I would rather it be like a cat bust $half in MS68, but you know, I was trying to put this set together on a budget, and I did that very well, I think. This was a Christmas gift, but this is what I asked for Christmas. This is an MS62, and I think it's undergraded. I really do, and it's just a really good-looking coin overall. It may have some good chatter under there that makes it MS62 according to this, but it could also be undergraded, and I think it's MS63 or MS64 in my opinion. And it's just about proof-like. I think it could be proof-like. It's just a beautiful coin, and the toning kind of hides that reflectivity, but you can see it on the reverse a lot better. It's a beautiful coin, and it's the first year Morgan 1878S. Beautiful coin. So that's the kind of stuff I really like. The obscure holders, the unique stuff there. But those are numismatic, so those are collectible. That is something I would say you got to be careful when you're buying it, because if you're like me and you get excited, you'll chase stuff that's not worth what you're paying for it, and then when you're going to sell it, you're going to lose money, or your loved ones are going to lose money. But here's some other things I really, really like. So you know I like proofs, and these commemorative dollars are something I've been collecting, and I really love them. I think this one's really cool. It's the Jamestown commemorative. It's also the year I graduated high school, 2007. And I actually have two of those. I have one in original mint packaging, and I have the one there that's certified Proof 69. Oh, and here's another Morgan. These are all in this Whitman holder because NGC holders don't fit in PCGS boxes. MS64, love this coin. Not sure what I paid for it, but it's just another really, really great example of a Morgan. Honestly, not sure why it's in there with the commemoratives, but the rest of these are all commemoratives. Here is my birth year from the Prestige set, the silver dollar, the Congress silver dollar. Love that coin, really awesome coin. It's got the, here's the reverse here. Love that coin, super cool design. Some of the commemoratives really do show you that our engravers and stuff have talent, and then they put out some of the, you know, the stuff that just makes you wonder why they did it. But here's the $half for the 87 or 89, I'm sorry, my birth year Prestige set. Beautiful coin, and that's clad. So I actually can't remember, but I think I bid on 3 of those. I can't remember exactly how I got that one, but nonetheless, and these coins don't even like to fit in here. They're snug fit. But next, talk about a few other items here. I think I showed off this one. Yeah, here we go. So here is some really cool stuff, and by cool stuff I mean some of this stuff came from a lot of you. I actually really love this coin here because you all know on YouTube, Tom's Randomness is the GOAT. I don't remember who gave me this. I want to say, I can't remember, but this coin is so crazy. It's been toning, and it was in a, I took it out of the flip it was in because it was toning oddly. You see how it's got that, it's almost like she's wearing a headband there, but I don't know why it's doing that, so I ended up putting it inside of these plastic bags, and I need to dip it, but I don't want to because it's just so cool, and I don't want to hurt it because it's really an awesome coin. It's huge. It's 1 ounce, but it's huge. Here, let's put it up next to this 1 ounce coin so you can kind of see it's just so much bigger. Oh, you can't see it. It's as big as the coin and the capsule, and bigger yet. So pretty cool though. And then I've also got the Year of the Ox. It's a 2021 Year of the Ox. Australia, beautiful reverse proof. It's got the queen on the front. These are really bullion coins, but they're also sovereign, so they're just something cool. And they were both gifts, so they go and they hide forever. This is something, I actually just bought one of these, and I actually got it for $17 on Whatnot. This was a gift to me. This is a Piedfort coin, but you know, it's got Lady Liberty on the front. And this is the 100-year anniversary, I think, 100-year anniversary of Lady Liberty. So it was 1886, I guess, is when we got the Statue of Liberty from France, and this is minted in 1986. And these things are super thick, and they're just a chunk of silver. Just an absolutely awesome coin. And then the cool stuff that's in here, you know, we've got some cool stuff I gotta show you. We've got some Ikes. Here's a bicentennial. This one I actually bought from my local coin store. I don't know what I paid for it. It says here 25. I don't know if that's what I actually paid for, but this is a clad Ike in proof 69 deep cameo bicentennial. And then I've got a 1974 in mint state 66. And these are actually, a lot of times you get 67, 68s in these mint state coins. They're worth a ton of money. The proof 70s on the proofs are the ones that are the big money coins, but the high mint state from the circulated sets are extremely hard to get in high grades. And then the rest of these are all Ikes. You know, I love Ikes. A lot of these were gifts, but I love Ikes. These are all silver here. This is actually a full set of Ikes in this box of proof Ikes. So we've got from 71. I have two 71s because actually I think I bought one. We've got a 72. These are all Ikes, just proof Ikes. The whole set from 71 to 78. And there's a 73. If you got that, and that's the one I goofed up, I think was a 73 Ike. Can't remember for sure, but I think that's the one I goofed up. I thought for sure that was a 70, and it's on the wheel, and somebody's gonna win it because when I took it out of the holder, I gave it a nice little rim ding, a subtle one, and the coin's still beautiful. And as long as you keep it in a 2x2, you'll never know that it's got that little tiny flat spot on the rim, but I goofed it up. But yeah, so obviously it's getting long, and I'm just showing you my favorite coins, which are Ikes. And I say my favorite coins because I've loved Ike since I was little. My dad showed me an Ike, I don't know, and I was just a little guy, that he got helping my grandma on the farm. Here's the 77. This is a clad proof. They are just so beautiful. They're just substantial coins. So when you hold them, you feel like you're holding a dollar. That's kind of the point of it. Just like a Morgan silver dollar or a peace dollar, you just feel like you're holding a dollar. But yeah, so there's kind of just some items from my collection I wanted to share with you guys, and kind of the what, the how, and the why I collect. And I would be curious to hear what, why, and how you accumulate your collection. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to share some of those coins with you. I know I'm kind of, you know, not trying to focus in on each and everything, but basically it all boils down to, or in conclusion, I collect because I love to. I find precious metals and collectible coins to be a good safeguard against just frivolous spending. You know, all of these things have value. So I could go if I had to and liquidate them, and I'd have money. If I went out and bought a bunch of candy bars or nonsense stuff, then I wouldn't have money, and I would have something that I couldn't sell if I had to. So I think having a addiction to coin collecting and precious metal stacking is a good thing. It can be a bad thing, though. I'm really going to have to slow down on buying as I go to do my next home project, because I have some big plans to do some work around the yard and build a deck and get a shed and, you know, just some of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to shift my funds from coin buying and do some upgrades around here to just have that stuff taken care of. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know, I love doing it. I think many of you do as well. You know, you can get out there, you can get gold by digging in the creek. If you get permission to dig in a creek, you can go find gold. I started my Tom's Gold Dirt business because I loved gold prospecting, had a lot of success with that business, and just enjoy going out there and finding gold. I don't have the time to dedicate to it like I used to. I would love to go out and play in the creek all the time, but you know, I'm an adult with adult responsibilities and a job and kids, and so I don't get to go out and play in the creek all that often. But if you want to go out and get in the creek, I strongly encourage you check and look up different places you can go learn to pan and prospect. That's a good way to find some gold. It's a lot cheaper than going to the store and buying it, but you do have to buy the equipment, so it's not for free. And you can go, as far as coin collecting goes, you can jump in at the low levels, get started with wheat cents, cherry pick some good coins, sell them, trade them in for silver dollars, and get your Morgan silver dollar collection, which I don't even have mine out here, but that's something I've been working on for a few months now, getting back into Morgans. And if I could quit giving them away, I'd have a lot more of them. You know, my goal for this year was to collect 100. I think I've given away, when I say given away, I'm not including the ones that I sell, because I replace anything that I sell. Typically, I have 2 of them, or I wouldn't sell them, or, you know, whatever the case may be there. But when I give a coin away, for example, my neighbor's house is in 1886 is when his house was built. So I gave him an 1886 New Orleans mint. Now I want you to do me a favor and go look up Mint State 1886 New Orleans minted Morgan silver dollars. If you didn't know before, now you do. That's a sleeper coin. But anyway, I've kind of lost my train of thought here. Let me know in the comment section what, why, and how you collect coins, what you collect, why you collect it, and how you accumulate your coins. And until next time, gold luck, God bless, and I will see you all on the next one.